All right, today's Tuesday, 31st of December, last ride of the year. So today I got over 20,000 kilometers. I think almost all on this trainer in this room. So it's about halfway around the world. Never left my bike room. So didn't get any sunburn, at least that much I can say. Let's see. So today on tap, Brian's into Criterium. So are a bunch of us actually. So he's more organized than the rest of us. He put in a really good enhancement request. Got a lot of votes. Glad to see it says plan budget for some Criterium courses. It really is lacking. There's a couple of short, loopy courses, but not quite a true Criterium course, which is perfect for TPV with braking and wind and things like that. So it's really something we hope to see soon. Optimistic we will in early 2025. So he's got an idea for how to run a Criterium series. So he's doing a little bit of testing and using points courses, some primers, and being able to kind of figure out how many to use. Let's look at his setup. He's just experimenting. Plus how to do it with different pens, which is popular. So that's what we're doing today. It's a 4-lapper, I think, on flat 8. Yeah, 4 laps of flat 8. Gives us a little bit of a neutral zone. Started 750 meters. So kind of humane start, everybody goes together. Up the hardest climb, it's the lead in still. Go up the hardest climb of the whole, which is right out of the gate, which I struggle with. Just to go 600 watts up that thing. Be as much this time, it'll be mostly bots, I think. Then we come down the hill. The course actually starts. There's a sharp little kicker that's only 20-30 seconds, but it reaches 15 degrees. It's flat around the coast and up around the South Lake. And there's our first point. It's about the 10K mark. So you see the bots start to sprint for that. Up and over the top. Depends on wind too. It's got 8 kilometers per hour. It depends on direction. You really got to pay attention to that. A lot of people mess up sprints into headwinds by mistiming things. It's pretty easy to do, but it's also an advantage if you're tactically astute. And then we just do that a few times. There's 3 places where we get points. 1, 2, and then double points at the finish. So the way he's got this set up. So he's got wide ability matchmaking. So there might be 3 or maybe 4 pens probably in this one. Sorry about the background noise. I'm testing audio. Got a couple fans and the windows open. It's very windy out, so it's a test for the noise filter to see how well it does. Here's how the points work. So basically, you're just trying to get the most points. Please collect the most points at those 3 places, and you win the race. There's Ryan. He sets this up. Very clever, organized, industrious organizer. Just did his Vulcan Classics series, and he's got another one starting in January. So the next new one coming up. Let's jump in the pen. Tier 1, performance verification. So you gotta make sure everything's squared away. I just did a firmware update on my Siomas. Actually, they're not required for this. But trying to keep everything up to date, calibrated. Sure I don't have any troubles. This performance verification. All right, still got 6 minutes. That's an interesting question. I just talked about pen tier 1 means you need a smart trainer, which is a very broad definition. This list of approved devices. It just basically connects through the accepted protocols. There's a lot of trainers that do that now. pretty simple ones as long as they control through the electronic protocols, which I don't understand. Get into this one, so we'll see. All right. I keep warmed up for this. Testing some of the other audio functions. I hope this works. Different ways to record the game sound. Maybe I didn't understand Stefan's. I thought he meant said that he got in on rollers, which I didn't think you could, unless there's somehow controlled resistance. So I'm not even sure that works on rollers. But there's a lot of equipment I don't understand, so not up on all that stuff. Mostly you'll see kickers, tax neos, smart bikes in here. Other guys that race a lot prefer tier 1, just keep everything clean and fair as we can. Ryan's a really good punchy racer. He's good at this kind of stuff and a sprinter stuff. I'm more of a TT guy, so I don't sprint well. Sometimes against bots, it'll be 26 riders per pen. Humans fill first, bots fill the rest. A lot of the best ones on these ladder courses like this tend to be TT bots. Not sure about points races. I don't do that many. So I can kind of hold on with them. Can actually do okay because the group gets small. Even if I don't do that great on the sprints, it's a small group up front a lot of times, which tends to work. But all right. 8 seconds. I saw Daniel. Up in. Saw him the other day. I think he's only doing his first or second race this last week. Saw him chat. All right, 1 minute. And close at least 4 humans, I think. So I'm going to get to pen 1. All right, the pen's now closed. Be 4 pens. We're in pen 1. All right. So the names I recognize is Romy and Ryan. Don't recognize any other humans. Might be missing some. It's hard to tell these days. I think it's just me and Ryan. So, Luca and Linus and Tommy. I always try to remember the top one. But points races. A little trickier. I won't go too hard, but then everyone will go nuts around each of the sprint points. Ready for that? 750 meter neutral zone. 9 seconds left. Let's see how this goes. enough wind, you have to worry about that in the sprint. That's good. I like wind. Strongly better. Makes it interesting, these flat courses. It's a huge difference. Splits fields up. Alright, I'm gonna mute until after the first sprint. If anything happens, back end add a comment or two. Mute and then turn on my music, see how this works. All right. So we've got a nice group of 5 riders. Me and Ryan are the humans. Decent little gap. Maybe some people bridging up, we'll see. Got 4.2 to the first sprint. Gotta watch for attacks. Gotta cover those. I think Ryan's right. Especially when the sprint gets close. Yeah. I definitely can't break away and stay away. Wait and see how it plays out. So you watch the gaps, 11 seconds, then 20 seconds, the other group. I hope they grow. Back, muting. All right, we turn inland, around South Lake and back. First sprint point in 2.1 kilometers, around the top side of the lake. After that little punch, after the descent, it's longer than you think. You can be patient there. If you go too early, it's real easy to get overtaken. But see how the wind's doing. I think it might be a headwind too. So, see how this goes. First sprint point, 1.9 kilometers. Here comes a sprint bot coming up. Usually I'm not very patient. Go too early, but that time I was letting Ryan go. I just wanted to beat the other bots. Then they start sprinting. Just went for it. Okay. So we've dropped one bot. He's coming up. He's fast on the flat, so I don't mind having him back. Help us. Hopefully no more come up. We've got 13.3K left. The next sprint, so we'll be back before then. All right. One thing I want to note looking ahead, the finish is the same spot where that first sprint was, so we know that one. The next sprint, 2, is on the next lap here. The next banner coming up before the little left turn. So I want to look at the wind. I think it's a crosswind. Oops. That's what I'm doing. Take a look here in a minute. Eight kilometers yet to the next sprint, so want to burn matches, but nice to keep our group small if we can. As long as Ryan and I are 1-2, I don't care. Okay, so here, oh, it's a tailwind. That's a little trickier. Headwind, you just wait. As long as you can stand it and then go. Tailwind, a little trickier. Oh, spot. Braking corner, we'll slow this spot. Momentarily. There's the gap. Bots are very active today. Point race gets them going. All right, we're back for the sprint. All right. So it's kind of a tailwind, slight cross. What the bots do when they attack is they move the leeward side and gutter. It'll be real hard to follow. Always want to try it. Might be a good chance. So I get, like I'm going out of their draft, I'll hit the left arrow, move to the left gutter. Theory makes it harder for them to follow. We'll see. Probably be a disaster. 1.8K to the next sprint. Here we go. All right, I think that worked. We got kind of out of the draft with the bots. Both steered left. He had a beautiful line. Going left. The bots didn't fall. I did. Helped me stay clear. I think that worked well. All right. Nothing left but the finish now. Double points. Ryan and I are tied. Every man for himself, right? As long as we beat the bots. So this is the finish. We come around next time. Kind of cross headwind. Patience pays on this one again. Oh no. Yeah, he really went for that one. That was good. There's no way I was catching him. A little bit, Ryan. All right. Focus on this. Be back before the finish. All right, one last comment for the finish. Looked like the other group is going to catch this group of 4. In a bunch at 8 for the finish, complicating things, including the number 3-4 riders. I know where number 5 is. So it's going to get at the end. I don't have the legs to go ahead. They'll just blow by me in the finish. So 3 kilometers left around the lake. That downwind, or sorry, headwind sprint again. All right, I'll be back after the race. All right. What some of these sprinters come in. See what they do. That was fun. Ryan beat me on the went early, plenty strong. I waited too long that time. I couldn't catch him. Yeah, he got that one time perfect. Hold on, Ryan. All right. Oops. It's fun to watch these bots. When the sprinter bots come, you get to see them doing 1600. They may be third to last, but they'll oops. Sometimes they'll punch these giant sprints. It's pretty fun. Hey, we don't see that very often. It's funny. I race with the Europeans mostly, so I rarely get to race that many Americans. Yeah, he's got his eye on the crit series, doing the best he can with the courses on offer now, but kind of getting things down, how you might want to run a series kind of like this, and practicing with what we've got. Hopefully as developments come along, he'll be ready and seasoned. It's pretty tricky how you run a series like this when you have pens and different sessions and things. It's not easy. I'm just watching bots finish, but it's kind of fun to watch when the sprinters come in, so I like to see them. This is the next one to finish. It's only about 16 more. Okay. Yeah, I agree with Ryan. It's tactical, and a lot of people complain about bots on the front, but that's fine. If it's too easy, break away on, do a solo break, stay ahead of them. Some guys can. I know I can't. Let's see if this one can catch. Actually, I'm just keeping an eye on the speeds. Not when a sprinter bot starts coming along, I'll move to him so you guys see what why I'm always glad to be in the front bunch with the TT bots. I don't want to have to sprint against some of these beasts. Let's see if one of these guys is. I'll catch up with Ryan in the Discord chat after. Enjoyed this a lot. Hope the other guys in the other pens did too. Alright, 300 meters. This guy doesn't look like a sprinter bot. By now, the true sprinter bots are just suddenly they come to life. It's pretty fun to watch them. Usually on flat courses like this with punch climbs where they're real slow at the back, they'll sprint for 26th place, world class level. It's pretty funny. Okay, these guys aren't going to do it. Let's see if maybe one of these guys will. This mighty 350 watt sprint, more like mine. Comes Cardenas, can't catch him with his 313. Alright, so let's see. One of these guys is plus 18 more. How? I think the last one? It says plus 18 more. I guess he is. There he is, 1100 watts. Last place. Sprinting in true style, 1100 watt sprint. Leaves 24th place, 4 points. And I think that was it. Yep, he was the last place rider. Sprinting world class level for last place. That's dedication. So, oh, looks like I have. So I didn't realize I dropped from Diamond 3 to Diamond 2 the weekend with the Moonriders tour, but You got to get back to 1800 to get to Diamond 3, so it's slowly moving ahead. So anyway, that's that. Let's look at how this works. There's the results. Ryan, we were dead even going the last sprint, but he definitely bested me. Deserves that one. Well done. We had the same average power, and he had more normalized power. That tells you a lot about how punchy he is. And he's 130 watts higher sprint too, so definitely his style. The rest were bots in this particular one. There are other humans in the other pens. Hopefully we'll hear from them how it went. Alright, so that was it. You can see where the punchy climbs were and the sprints were red. A lot of recovery between, so it's good power distribution profile, kind of like this. You get some intensity, but a lot of zone 2 also in between. So I like this format. It's good. Enjoyed that a lot. We'll be doing more of it. Alright, thanks for watching. Congratulations, Ryan. Oh, there you go. You can see, compared to that 1100 watt sprint, the best I've done in a month was 300 watts less than that. All right, so that was fun. I enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.